Hey y'all, it's Amy Genevieve, Lacing Space Constellations on LSD. Thanks for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else. I'd be here with me, so always want to show gratitude, always show appreciation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want to talk about like rejection and where rejection differs, like within like the genders, like men and women. Um, like like women, like we struggle with rejection from men when it comes on like a physical level, because we're taught that our kitty cat, our bodies are like the most wanted. Men just want our bodies. They just want to have sex. They just will have sex with anything. So we're told that way. I'm not saying that's true. We're told that. So we're always looking at men from a predatory area, a predatory space. So we'll be able to tell a man, like, what do you bring to the table? We don't like the way you look. We don't like the way you make me feel. We'll reject them in many spaces. It's actually more common for a man to be rejected more than he is accepted, especially when it comes to like physical attraction. That's why you'll see on these Pop the Balloon shows or these dating shows where women will be going back and forth when it comes to like physical attraction. It will be very hard for a man to tell a woman, like, like, I want you to lose some weight. I wish you would, like, do something with your physicalness. Like, I wish you would just be better for me physically, please. And a woman will take full offense to that. Full offense. Not saying all women, but most women will take full offense. There'll even be women telling other women that he should accept you for who you are. He should accept you for where you're at. And I'm not saying that's not true, but there's just layers to it. And there's like a spectrum on this where sometimes it's just completely ridiculous. Where some women feel like they are not allowed to be told constructive criticism about how they look. And I know it's levels to this. So, but I truly believe that women could never take the amount of rejection that men take when it comes to physical features. So that's one part. Whereas men, I feel like they struggle with rejection when it comes to their children. Men cannot handle rejection from their children. That's how come some mothers feel like they need to put their children on like a platter to men and like, please love my child, please accept my child. That's why men are at a higher rate to abandon their children. A higher rate to even have discord or just some sort of issues with their children. I'm not saying mothers don't have issues with their children as well, but we are raised, so again, put into certain types of societal norms where we have to naturally have this mother instinct. We naturally have to have this nurturing instinct. So we're able to handle, even if some mothers do struggle with this and can be like on some wanting to abandon, have issues with their children, they will feel guilt, which has now been embedded into them, to chase their child, to run after their child, to see what the issue is with their child, to see to see where they can build that acceptance from their child. So mothers will have a very empathetic, sympathetic dynamic with their children, whereas fathers will struggle with that. I feel like men, once their kids are like, don't call them back, if their kids don't embrace them, if their kids don't come to them, they can reject. They can just feel rejected and just separate from the child. That's why you'll find a lot of fathers who don't call their kids, or who will be like, the phone worked 2 ways. And I'm not saying mothers don't do that too, but there's just a sense of rejection that men just cannot handle from their children. And even like when we like look at blended families, right? Men will put their children on a woman quicker than a woman will put their children on a man. I've seen more women be able to separate their children and the man, especially when it's like a blended family, like a stepfather situation, or like these are not the father of my children situation. There'll be women that are going back and forth with wanting to cater the man individually while they cater to their children individually. many households has been in spaces. I've known many households where the father, the stepfather, and the child know they don't mess with each other like that. And the woman is just trying to like be this mediator. Where I've found that men will put their children on women. They'll automatically assume that a woman's going to have this nurturing nature and going to take on their children. And women do. Many women do. They'll just jump on it. They don't even have children themselves. They'll just jump on this motherly instinct that they're told that they should have for men. So it's like it's a complicated situation. This is why, like in astrology, the sun is identified by the mother and the moon is identified by the father. So the way he makes me, the way I see him and I view him in this pregnancy makes my child sun sign. The way the man makes the mother feel supported, cared for, emotionally in the relationship sets the tone of the child's moon. And when you see sun signs that have like fire, air, the degrees, the signs, there is a sense of mom identifying the father in a way where it's like, oh. And then when you see moons that are in like cardinal and just heavy placements, that means the father put the mother. Like cardinal moons, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and like moons that are afflicted with like aspected with Saturn, Pluto, things like that. Father has put mother in a situation, or has made the relationship theme in a space where the conception, the relationship, the birth, the pregnancy process, in a way where the mother has to be more the dominant, fend for herself, or it's all about like you deal with it. So that's the basis of the dynamic. Like father, the woman identifies the dad through this, like through the child's son, and the father identifies the mother and how the child will emotionally feel through the moon. And how does this play out in real life? Women feel like they many times need to appease the father, like claim my son, claim my daughter, give them the last name. And then the father, he has to feel that emotional connection with the mother to really be in his child's life. He's had, like, men literally have to love the woman many times. I'm not saying in all cases, but really have to love the woman to be able to take the rejection, or have loved the woman, or have some capacity for this woman to be able to be like, all right, I'm gonna be able to handle this rejection. If he doesn't love that woman, or he doesn't have the capacity for that woman, he'll reject that child even more. Women aren't built like that. Even if they can have that, that's why it can be very, God bless me, it could be very scarce for women to like, or for abusive mothers to come about, or abandoned, neglectful mothers, even though they are out there. But they're not programmed that way. But men are. And a lot of women will feel like they need to make their children worthy and make their children available, push their children to be like, yo, go talk to your dad, love your dad no matter what, seek your father, because men cannot handle that rejection. They just can't. When it comes to their children, they cannot handle that rejection. And for women, when it comes to sexual attraction, they cannot handle that rejection. And that's just my take on it. You let me know how y'all feel.